On the 11th to 14th of June, 2026, a number of 76 students and 6 teachers of Essau Upper Basic School embarked on an educational excursion to the National Museum, National Assembly, the airport, Tangier Fish Market, Bolongs and tributaries along the River Gambia, Maru Farm, Sami Karantaba and Jafra. The purpose of the trip was to provide practical learning experience that would complement classroom lessons in social studies. The excursion also aimed to expose students to the operations of important national institutions and industries. The objectives of the trip were to 1. Understand the functions and importance of the National Assembly. 2. Learn about the operations and aviation industry. 3. Observe the activities involved in the fishing industry and fish marketing. 4. Visit historical sites and monuments in the country. 5. Visit some tributaries and Bolongs along the River Gambia. 6. Connect classroom knowledge with real-life experience. 7. Encourage teamwork, discipline, and curiosity among students. Day 1. The first visit was at the National Museum in Banjul, which serves as the main archive in the country, where historical artifacts are kept, both colonial and traditional instrument and artifacts kept in this place. Students were given the opportunity to tour the place and have physical contact with some of these materials, including lanterns and funnels. They also have the chance to see the first well dug in Banjul, which is almost 200 years old. It was indeed a great experience for both the students and staff and will greatly have an impact on their educational experiences and career. The second destination was the National Assembly. Upon arrival, students were warmly welcomed by the staff and given an overview of the institution's history and responsibility. Students learned that the National Assembly is responsible for making laws, approving national budgets, and representing the interest of citizens. They were shown the main chamber where parliamentary debates and decision-making take place. The guide, Mr. Jallo, explained the roles of the speaker, members of parliament, and various committees. The visiting students also had the chance to visit the grave of the former president, Sir Dorda Kairaba Jawara. The students also had the opportunity to meet with their National Assembly member, Mr. Tamsir Charm, who also gave some words of wisdom and motivation to the visiting students from his constituency. The visit helped students appreciate the importance of democracy, good governance, and citizen participation in national development. The third destination was the airport. The airport officials introduced students to the different departments responsible for passenger services, security, air traffic management, and aircraft operation. Students observed the check-in process, baggage handling procedures, security screening, and aircraft movement. The officials emphasized the importance of safety, punctuality, and teamwork in ensuring smooth airport operations. The visit broadened students' understanding of air transportation and introduced them to various career opportunities in aviation. The final destination for day 1 was a visit to the fish market in Tangier. The students were received by Mr. Kajali, the operation manager at the fish market in Tangier. He gave a brief discussion on the operations and history of the fish market. The students observed fishermen unloading their catch while traders sorted, cleaned, displayed, and sold different varieties of fish. Market operators explained how fish are preserved using ice or by smoking, transported to different locations within the Gambia and beyond, and sold to consumers and businesses. Students also learned about the economic importance of fishing as a source of food, employment, and income for many families. The visit highlighted the significance of the fishing industry to the country's economy and food safety. The team had a night stop at SES UBS in Brikama.
Day 2. Day 2 of the trip began with a hectic, long journey from Brikama to Basse. The first stop of Day 2 was at Kalalaji Bintang Bolong, which serves as a main tributary along the River Gambia. The Bolong also serves as a regional boundary between West Coast region and Lower River region. Another stop was also made at Sofanyama Bolong, another important tributary along the River Gambia. It doesn't only serve as a bolong, but also a regional boundary between Lower River region and Central River region south. The team later proceeded to Maro Farm in Pachar in CRR South, which concentrates in rice production. Upon arrival, the students were warmly welcomed by the farm manager and staff. They gave a brief introduction to the history and operations of the Maro rice farm before guiding the students around the rice production area. The operation manager and the tour guide explained the machinery and tools used in rice farming and emphasized the importance of good farming practices in achieving high yield. Students were encouraged to ask questions, and many took notes and photos for future reference. The team had their night stop at Kobakunda Upper and Senior Secondary School in Basse. Day 3. Day 3 began with a visit to Samba Juma Bridge in Basse, URR North. The bridge, which serves as a link between Wali and Basse, also contributed to the socio-economic development of the country. The delegation had another stop at the Sandagu Bolong, which also serves not only as a tributary, but a regional boundary between Central River North and Upper River North. The next stop was at Sami Karantaba to visit the Mungo Park's obelisk Mungo Park, who was the first British explorer to arrive at the coast of the River Gambia. He died of malaria and was buried in Sami Karantaba. An obelisk was built in remembrance of him. This particular topic is part of their syllabus and will help them a long way in their upcoming examinations and educational career. The group later proceeded to McCarthy Laman Koto Ferry Crossing and later visited the slave house in Janjangbuire, the Freedom Tree, and also Armitage Senior Secondary School. Lectures were given to the students about those places by their teachers. Day 3 ended with a night stop at Wasu SSS. Day 4. Day 4 began with a visit to Wasu Stone Circle. The students were warmly received by Mr. Toure, who gave a brief history about the Stone Circle and its importance to the traditional culture and history of the Gambia. The final place of visit was at Jofere, the birthplace of Kunta Kinte. The delegation visited Albreda with the view to visit James Island, but unfortunately it was not possible due to the roughness of the sea. Despite that, lectures were given to students along the coast of Albreda, basically on slavery. Since James Island also served as a center during the period of the slave trade, it also contributed to the spread of Christianity, since the first church was built in Joffer and served as a main trading center during the legitimate trade. The delegation finally went home from Albreda. Lessons learned. From the educational trip, students learned the National Assembly plays a vital role in law-making and national governance. Airports require coordination, technology, and strict safety procedures to operate effectively. Fish markets are essential centers for trade and contribute significantly to economic development. Rice production and its importance to the socio-economic development of the Gambia. Some tributaries and bolongs also serve as regional boundaries. Practical experiences enhance understanding beyond what is learned in the classroom. Respect, cooperation, and responsibility are important values during educational activities. Challenges encountered. Although the trip was successful, a few minor challenges were experienced. Time limitations reduced the duration of some activities. Weather conditions and traffic slightly delayed the schedule. Schools were charging us to pay a certain amount of money. Despite the challenges, the educational objectives were successfully achieved. Conclusion. The educational trip to the National Museum, National Assembly, the airport, the fish market, Morrow Farm, Wasu, Albreda, and some tributaries belongs was informative, enjoyable, and highly beneficial. It provided students with first-hand knowledge of government institutions, the aviation sector, and fishing industry. The experience enriched their academic understanding, increased their appreciation of national development. To improve future educational trips, the following recommendations are made. More time should be allocated for excursion. Similar education excursions should be organized yearly. Inter-sessions with professionals should be included to allow students to ask more questions and gain deeper insight. Prepared by Mr. Essau UBS HOD and Head of Delegation.